Hello everybody, I am Omega Recon Gaming. Tinfoil hat time, guys, because for once, it's time for us to be talking about science. Now, to be fair, guys, I have never really talked about science. I have talked about my love of science a few times, but not that much. To be fair, this is a gaming channel, and I wanted to keep it that way. But it will never get to the way of talking about my political views, ever. No, politics and gaming do not mix. Science and gaming? Okay, they can mix a little well. So I'm going to be talking about some science today. Because I've always loved science as a kid. Always. I love science. Science is cool. As a kid, I was always fascinated by science. I would always take my telescope outside, look it up at the sky, and just look at planets, and it'd just be like the coolest thing. I'd get my parents and we'd go outside and we'd look together. We'd set up in like the court, and then we would just look at planets and stuff. And this is the only one of the telescopes I could find. I had another one, but this is the only one I could find. It's educational science on the side. So, point being is that I like science and I want to talk about it, so fucking deal with it. If you like like me doing this, I'll do more of these. If not, this will be the last one I ever do. Anyway, so I've been looking for the past few days, probably for the past month or so. My buddy Matt, we've been discovering a little thing called flat earthers. Now, from a kid, I knew what flat earthers, they existed. I thought they were stupid, but I didn't realize how many of them they were until I became an adult. I thought they were just but no, there are a good amount of people who do not believe that the earth is round. There are people that we've never been to the moon, but it is round. Here's a few reasons why. Gravity holds you to the ground. And gravity is what keeps us all to the ground. So it holds all these objects to the ground. See? Gravity. It's everywhere. Not weight. Gravity is acting on that weight. And things are falling constantly, going to the Earth's core. And it's the same around the entire Earth. Look at this magic. This radical Christian science. I wanted to illustrate a point because people do not accept that fact. And it's real. Look how real this is. That was probably the stupidest argument I've ever heard anyway. That gravity doesn't exist. It's weight that keeps you to the ground. Me and Matt looked at each other when we heard that argument, and we were just like, we just turned and then looked back at it, and we're like, and I said to Matt, okay, but what is acting on that weight? And Matt's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just so stupid. And then there's also the Coriolis effect with wind, which I stated earlier. Wind. You're telling me these hurricanes that go in the northern and southern hemisphere, which go opposite direction, by the way, in the northern and southern hemisphere. If the earth was flat, why wouldn't they go the same direction? Also, why haven't any of the hurricanes gone over the sea and lost our water to the vastness of space? Eventually, our water would have fallen off the planet. And I know there's the ice wall theory, but you're telling me that no scientist, none whatsoever, has ever recorded an ice wall. Not one. No pictures, no video, Nothing. Don't even give me the whole, oh, well, scientists have... Okay, well, there's part of the globe that aren't part of the ice wall that you can go to. Here's a globe. That's really dusty. But here's a globe. Okay. Now, if we look at the bottom, we see the South Pole. I'm just going to call it the South Pole because people cannot understand that it's called a shelf. So, I'm just going to call it the South Pole for the stupid. Okay. So, do you see this? You see this part over here? Why don't people cross from one side to the other? Huh? Because you know why? Because we've done it. I mean, you know. Sure, we can't go from, you know, completely across the Arctic here, but we can definitely go from one side over here to the other. Like, we can sail from one side to the other. It's been done. Anyways. So my point is that it's stupid. It's stupid that you believe that. If you don't, there's things I get that you don't want to believe in. But it's scientific fact. There's pictures, there's video. Why there's so much pointing in our fate, like, I get you want to be skeptical, but like, there's a point, there's a breaking point, man. Like, at some point you just gotta pack it in and say, fuck it, you know, let's find some other conspiracy. Like aliens, yeah, aliens, go ahead, man, go, like, you know, that's a better obsession, honestly. You know, because aliens, that's a cool idea, you know. Go obsess over that, you know, but leave the fucking, leave space alone, man. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do aliens, you won't be leaving, but like, leave our Earth alone. It's proven fact. It's proven fact. Can you imagine walking up to Neil Armstrong? Oh, wait, he's dead. Buzz Aldrin, and being like, "Oh, the Earth is flat," and he'd just stare at you. Well, he's an old man, but he would just stare at you. If he wasn't an old man, he would stare at you, and he'd be like, "Huh? Well, I guess my whole mission's a lie then." No, he'd be like, well, no, there'd probably be children there, so he probably wouldn't say "fuck you." But it's still so insulting to him. Can you imagine being one of the very few people to not only leave the atmosphere, right? Because I know there are astronauts who do that. But to step on the moon, oh my god, man. We have computers that are now powerful than that now, but do you realize how big of an achievement that is? Like, you can say that, man. There are very few of them left now that can say that, but can you imagine? I would love to meet Buzz Aldrin. That would just be the fucking coolest thing ever. I didn't get to meet Neil Armstrong before his passing, which is a shame. But I would love to meet Buzz Aldrin before, you know, he passes. Because it happens to all of us. We will all vanish from this earth someday. Honestly, guys, I've heard everything. I've heard they hide God. That's why they want to fake, you know, the world being round or space not. I don't know. NASA's hiding God, and I'm like, okay, but why? Do you realize how many churches would be happy with that fact that they found God? Why would NASA hide that? It doesn't make sense. Sure, they get a lot of money, and oh yeah, here's my biggest thing with the world being flat. So people are like, NASA's a bunch of liars. So you're telling me that 18,000 or more or less people work at NASA, and you're telling me now one has come out and said that the Earth, you know, is not, you know, how they say it is? Not one. It's like, oh, before I die, I will reveal this. No, not one person. We've never seen that. It doesn't happen. And if that happens, let me know, because I will personally walk up to them, have a conversation with them, and I will see. You're telling me, out of the 18,000, not one of them was ever like, you know, I got a duty. I have to tell the American people. And they would bring forth evidence and blah, blah, blah. Not one of those 18,000 over the years has ever come forth. No. Also, there are other countries that have space programs. Look at the Russians. They had Sputnik in space. I mean, low orbit. I mean, kind of. Well, my point is that it floated around the Earth. You can't fake something like that. It scared people. Why do you think we went into space to begin with? Bottom line, the Earth is round, fuckers. Bait me in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. How much do you like science? How, you know, am I full of shit? I'm not, but let me know. You know, fight me, flat earthers. Fight me. No, I'm not violent. I'm peaceful. Can you imagine walking up to Bill Armstrong, or let me try that again.